Love at first sight, when I looked in those eyes all those years ago. Trips to Virginia so Grandma could meet ya, to starting a family of our own. A few years later, a couple hairs grayer, you're still my favorite one to hold. Coffee and red wine, and turning down invites to spend an evening on our own. Like a firework in the night city sky on the 4th of July. I'll laugh and I'll cry, I come alive from the love that sleeps inside. 25 years is pretty good, but I think we can do better. I want a couple more chilly nights, cuddled up in our favorite sweaters. These old tires got a few more miles left to drive this coast. Holding your hand, living life's what I come to love the most. And who knows where life will take us, I don't really know. But I got a feeling the best is yet to show. And I kept all the memories stored up in my heart. But there's still room to make some more like we did at the start. And who knows where life will take us, I don't really know. But I got a feeling that the best is yet to show. And I kept all the memories stored up in my heart. But there's room to make more like we did from the start. 'Cause 25 years is pretty good, but I think we could do better. I want a couple more chilly nights, cuddled up in our favorite sweaters. These old tires got a few more miles left to drive this coast. Holding your hand, living life is what I come to love the most. What I come to love the most.
On behalf of Jaime and Jennifer, I'd like to welcome you all here. This seems like a good day for a wedding, doesn't it? Just on behalf of the couple, I know this is going to be harder for some of you than others, but we would just ask that you put your cell phones and cameras away for the next few minutes. Put those on silent. We do have some amazing photographers that are going to capture all these moments, and we just don't want cell phones in the pictures of the wedding pictures. So, okay, this is it.
This is it.
We made it.
Yes.
You made it. After a few attempts that COVID pushed back, you're here. And I want you just for a second, actually 30 seconds, to look into the crowd and take all the faces in. Can you do that right now? Turn around. You can turn around. You can let go of your hands.
People.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are the faces that came out to support you, to show their love for you. And these are the faces that hopefully will be here along the journey in your marriage. Now look at your wedding party too. Those are probably your favorite people here. Right.
They're looking good too.
Today can become a blur for a lot of reasons. And what I would encourage you to both to do is just to take it all in. In each moment, don't wait for what happens next in the reception. Don't wait for even what happens next in the ceremony. Don't wait for what happens tonight. Just take everything in right now. Take deep breaths. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it from here. You don't have to do any
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
Other than a few things, okay?
Okay.
Whenever I officiate a wedding, I always ask the couples to write me an email about how they first met or their first date. And so I'm going to read to you Jennifer's email to me about their first date, okay? So stick with me. It's a few sentences. So our first date wasn't anything out of the ordinary. We had talked for about a month before finally meeting up in person. Jimmy had been on the road, so we had to wait for our first date when he finally got home. It was a Sunday night, and he had just arrived back. I lived in San Diego at the time, and he was in Vista. I drove up for our dinner, but he was running late as usual. Life of a trucker. By the time he arrived, it was getting late, and because it was Sunday, everything closed early. We tried a few places, but all were about to close, so we settled on IHOP. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's International House of Pancakes. It sounds way fancier when you say it that way. Not exactly the most romantic of places, but it worked. We sat and talked for hours like old friends. It felt so natural, and he was so funny. We both got Caesar salads and BLTs and just enjoyed each other's company. When our date ended, we said our goodbyes, and I headed home on my 45-minute drive. One thing that made me know he was different was he called me 10 minutes after I left to keep me company while I drove home. I remember thinking, now this is a man who doesn't play games. I like that. From that day forward, we were inseparable. We are not only in love, but we are best friends. He has always been my sounding board and my rock. 8.5 years later, here we are, finally making it official, with a beautiful son and a daughter on the way. My life is complete. Jaime wrote me one too, but it wasn't as nice as that one, so I just decided to do Jennifer's. But he said a lot of the same things. The celebration of your love was made possible today because each of you made a choice. That choice was to love the other person. Today is your wedding day, and it marks the first day that regardless of how hard it might be from here on out, you must choose to love. The purpose of marriage is to unite two lives, two hearts, two minds, two individuals, in a very unique union of oneness. In this union, you two become formed into a new entity based upon mutual love, acceptance, forgiveness, and the seeking of the other's good. And that is why I ask you these questions of intent. Jaime, you're going to go first. You're basically going to say, I do, I will. Okay? If you mean it. Okay.
Yes.
Jaime, do you take Jennifer to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage?
I do.
Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health?
I do.
When you seem totally at odds and neither of you are having your needs fulfilled, will you persist in trying to understand and restore your relationship?
I do.
I will.
I will.
Will you promise to rejoice in your life together and continue to strive to keep your relationship growing and strong?
I will.
Will you promise to love her and to be with her always until the end of time? Jennifer, do you take Jaime to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage?
I do.
Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health?
I do.
When you seem totally at odds and neither of you are having your needs fulfilled, will you persist in trying to understand and restore your relationship?
I will.
Will you promise to rejoice in your life together and continue to strive to keep your relationship growing and strong?
I will.
Will you promise to love him and to be with him always until the end of time?
I do.
It's now time to publicly acknowledge your love for one another as you exchange your vows.
Okay.
Who goes first?
Who wants to go first?
You go
I'll go first.
Okay, Jaime's going to go first.
All right. I'm trying to mix them up. This.
Want me to hold this for you? You want to hold it?
Oh, I can hold it.
Okay.
Jennifer, I take you exactly as who you are, loving you today and for all the days to come. From this day forward, I promise to be thankful for our adventures as one, to love and cherish every moment, to give generously to our life together. I will always put us first every day for the rest of our lives.
I like that. Hi, Mayor, as everybody knows, Jimmy. We fell in love, and I knew that we belonged together for a lifetime. I wish that I'd found you sooner so I could love you longer. We may each have our imperfections, but we are perfect for each other. You make me believe that the next chapter in our lives will be even better than the last. I wish you could feel what I feel when I look at you, and then maybe you would know why I could never want anyone else. You are it for me. You are my best friend and my confidant. You know how to cheer me up and calm me down. So many of my smiles begin with you. You are my soulmate, and all of me will always love all of you, no matter what.
Sweet.
Take those for you.
Yes.
Jaime and Jennifer have chosen to give each other rings as a reminder of their vows. May we have those rings now? Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
So we'll have you go first, okay? Jaime, please place the ringer on the ringer.
I am the ringer.
You are the ringer, aren't you? The ring on Jennifer's finger and repeat after me. Jennifer, go ahead.
Jennifer.
This is kind of long. I want to
Okay.
I want to make sure you remember it all. I give you this ring as a symbol of my vows,
I give you this ring as a symbol of my vows,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
That's it. Get it in there.
And Jennifer, please place the ring on Jaime's finger and repeat after me. Jaime,
Jaime,
I give you this ring as a symbol of my vows,
I give you this ring as a symbol of my vows.
and with all that I am
And with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you. Make sure it's on there.
Fits.
Jaime and Jennifer, you have come before these witnesses today to express your desire to be married. You also said that you wanted this to be about 10 minutes long. And so we're going to do that. You have done that by the clasping of hands, by the reciting of vows, and by the exchanging of rings. You have shown your love and devotion to each other. Therefore, by the authority committed to me by the laws of the state of California, I declare that you are now husband and wife. Jaime, you may kiss your bride. It's now my honor to present to you for the very first time Jaime and Jennifer Gonzalez.
That's
One
it.
more kiss, guys. One more kiss right over here.